Scream 7 gives Ghostface another chance to kill off the characters who got away last time around. After the success of Scream 6, it's likely the franchise will release a 7th film. In this video, I'd like us to talk about who's most and least likely to succumb to Ghostface in Scream 7. But before everyone goes off at me in the comments, I'd like to say hello guys and gals, I'm Nick, and welcome to Furthy's Feedback. So, the recent installment didn't have too many shocking or heartbreaking deaths. The saddest was Anika, Mindy's girlfriend, mostly because it was tragic to see Mindy lose someone she loved, but Anika didn't get much time to connect with the audience. Scream 5 saw the most heartbreaking death of the franchise, when Ghostface murdered Dewey, who had been a legacy character since the first film. The incident proved no one was off limits in the world of Scream. Gail was able to survive in Scream 6, most likely because killing her so soon after Dewey would have dampened the shock factor of his death. Also, Scream 6 was the first without Neve Campbell playing Sidney Prescott. Without the original final girl, the film needed a different legacy character to draw fans in, so Gail's death wouldn't have worked in the film's favour. Similarly, Kirby Reed also survived Ghostface for a second time in Scream 6. However, she and many other characters might not be so lucky in Scream 7. Here's my list for who's most likely to die in Scream 7, from least to most. Sam Carpenter. As the main character and current final girl, the Scream franchise couldn't go on without Sam, making her death in Scream 7 highly unlikely. The only way things could change is if Sidney comes back and the franchise shifts focus back to her. Another option would be to introduce a new final girl or focus the film on Tara instead, allowing Sam to fade into the background. Nothing is ever off limits with Scream, but Scream 7 would certainly need a very good plan if they were to kill off their main character without destroying the franchise. Tara Carpenter. Tara and Sam have become the Scream franchise's new final girl duo, making it unlikely Tara is going anywhere anytime soon. However, she did nearly die in Scream 5's opening scene, and if she did die in Scream 7, Sam would still be alive to fight off Ghostface. After all, Ghostface is mostly after Sam and only tried to kill Tara as a way to get to her. The franchise could still go on without Tara, and her death would add to Sam's plot. Sam has already had to deal with the trauma of the Ghostface killings and her father being Billy Loomis. Tara's death would be a lot for her to cope with and might be the thing that pushes her over the edge, allowing the darkness she inherited from Billy to take over. Gail Weathers. Like Kirby, Gail made it through Scream 6, likely because of Sidney's absence and Dewey's recent death. However, all bets are off for Scream 7. As the franchise moves on from Dewey's death and establishes new characters, Gail doesn't need to be around for the film to be a success. If Campbell can come to an agreement with the studio and return to the film, it's even more likely Gail will die. Though there's still a chance the franchise will keep her, since she's so beloved for her tough attitude and resilience. Plus, it's nice to have at least one original character still in Scream. Kirby Reed. It took the Scream franchise 11 years to reveal Kirby's fate. At the end of Scream 4, it seemed Kirby had been murdered by Ghostface, but her brief Scream 5 appearance proved this wrong. Despite being badly injured in Scream 6, Kirby was able to survive again. Since Sidney wasn't in the film, Kirby felt like a replacement, and killing her off would have made Sidney's absence even more noticeable. However, there's no telling which direction Scream 7 will go. Kirby could cement herself as the new legacy character, or she could die like Dewey did, leaving Gail as the only original character left. Chad Meeks Martin. Chad has already miraculously survived brutal stabbings in both Scream 5 and Scream 6. However, the character still has a higher survival rate than his sister Mindy because Scream 6 began pushing a relationship between Chad and Tara, which would abruptly come to an end if he were to die. Scream 6 briefly showed Tara breaking down over Chad's death before realizing he was still alive, highlighting the impact his death would have. However, as the Scream franchise has proven in the past, significant others of major characters aren't off limits. And if Scream 5 could tear Gale and Dewey apart, Scream 7 could do the same to Chad and Tara. Plus, if he survives yet more stabbings in Scream 7, it wouldn't be realistic for him to survive again. Mindy Meeks Martin. Unfortunately, Mindy might be Ghostface's next target. Scream 6 established the core four of Sam, Tara, Mindy and Chad, but as Scream 5 proved, no character is off limits. Mindy and Chad are Randy's cousins, but Mindy is the one who inherited Randy's love for scary movie rule lists. Randy was murdered in Scream 2, but appeared in Scream 3 via video. It's likely Mindy will receive the same fate as her cousin, and Scream's love of irony will likely break one of the rules she's so passionate about. There's also only so long Scream can keep all members of the core four alive before it becomes uninteresting. Mindy could be the first of the group to die. Danny Brackett. Scream 6 introduced Danny as Sam's boyfriend, who she met because they live in the same building. Surprisingly, Danny made it through Scream 6 without being killed by Ghostface. There were many moments when he himself seemed suspicious, including the subway scene. After all, he was a new character and had plenty of information on Sam because they were dating, but he was ultimately revealed to be innocent. If he reappears in Scream 7, however, it's unlikely Danny will make it all the way through. One reason Ghostface might kill Danny off is so that he cannot protect Sam. It will be a lot easier to get to Sam if Ghostface gets Danny out of the way first. It's also common for Scream to kill off characters' significant others. It happened in Scream 2 when Ghostface killed Sydney's college boyfriend, and again in Scream 6 with Anika. There can only be so many survivors at the end of a Scream film, meaning Danny is a prime candidate for one of Ghostface's victims in Scream 7. What do you guys think? Who would be on your list from least to most likely to make the Scream obituary? Let me know below.